Hello. Any question from last week? Okay, you don't have any question from last week. And then my another plan is uploading kind of weekly flow video. It will be every Sunday to show what's the five elemental flow on each day for 1 week. And I'll start from tomorrow and upload that once a week about the weekly five element flow. All right, if you don't have any question, I will just start today's live. I will start from terminology about yin or yang first, and then talk about the dominant energy that we have covered last week. I'll make a summary of that and talking about the year of 2022 a little bit. Okay, and then always the question is always welcome, so you can ask any question anytime. So let's get started from the terminology. I think I made some confusion about yin and yang, and everybody actually is confused about that in the beginning. I was also like that because we can put yin or yang to any kind of stuff. Sometimes the same character could be yin, sometimes same character could be yang. That's one confusion. So I want to make some terminology to reduce the misunderstanding. So first, you might already know about the yang stem, yin stem. So this is the first yin and yang separation. When I say about yin or yang, about the plus or minus, right? If I put plus, that is yang stem, or in the branch, in the earthly branch, if I put plus, that will be yang branch. If I put in, that is yin stem or yin branch. So that's the first method that I put yin and yang. So there are 10 kind of heavenly stem, 5 yang stem, 5 yin stem. And there are 12 kinds of earthly branches. So there are 6 kinds of yang branches and 6 kinds of yin branches. So that's the first. And the second method that I put yin and yang is, you already know that I always say the wood and fire are yang element and metal, water are yin element. But I didn't really put element before. I just say yin or yang. So somebody asked me that the red should be yang, but why I say yin like that? So in this case, I will always put the yang element as the wood and fire, and yin element as metal and water. And the earth is in the middle. It's a mediator between the yang element and yin element, but the wu earth on the heavenly stem tends to be in the yang side, and the ji earth on the heavenly stem tends to be in the inside because it's a little bit damp, cool earth, and wu earth is more like dry, big mountain earth, but not always. And on the earthly branches, those two, the Shu Earth and Chun Dragon, those are yang branch when I separate yin and yang as a plus and minus. But in the element, the four earth all have yin and yang aspect. But if I consider the fire or wood as a yang, the dog and goat tends to have more yang energy, and the dragon and ox has more yin aspect because it contains water and contains the metal. And if we think about the seasonal energy, that's a little bit different. So it's not always, dog is not always yang, dragon is not always yin. The left side, the yang element tends to have wood and fire more, and the right side yin element has metal and water more. And again, Earth has both yin and yang aspect. They are kind of connecting those yin and yang. So that's the terminology.